being able to win when we have our A game, and being able to win when we're playing kind of ugly offensively. I talk to our guys a lot that we're built to win 52-50 or 82-50, and it wasn't 52-50, but it was close. And I think a couple ways to look at it. Certainly we shot 27%. That's not great. And the other way of looking at it is we shot 27%. We won. And that showed a lot of grit and toughness. At halftime, I believe they had 6 or 7 offensive rebounds. They got 1 in the second half. So this was our most complete game on the glass. 23 offensive rebounds is now we had plenty to go after. But that was good. We took care of the basketball, and we knocked down free throws down the stretch. Now we did some things that will keep me up all night in terms of trying to get them back in the game and give it back to them. But this is a pretty resilient group, and I thought we looked tired. It has been great. It's been a tough stretch, but we found a way, down the stretch. So I'm proud of our guys because they got some mark of a good team when you don't necessarily play your A game. The flip side, I would say that's a good team. Like they really, really, really execute their offense. They took advantage of anything they saw how we were guarding certain things. They took advantage. We made an adjustment. They made an adjustment. That's a extremely well coached team. Executes very well, and a lot of good players. Obviously, Kostek is a real handful.
Questions for Jordan?
Jordan, you had 18 in the second half. Just was there a particular point that kind of got you going, that got you in such a flow?
It's a Tuesday night. Not that many people came out. I'm sure they have things to do. The crowd wasn't there, so we knew we had to bring energy within the group. I just did what I felt like the team needed, and whether that was rebounding, scoring, giving assists, whatever it is, and I just made sure I did that.
And does Coach do anything in practice that helps you with free throws down the stretch, because you were extremely good with them? You weren't the only one extremely good, but you guys seem so extremely relaxed at the free throw line.
Right, yeah, we shoot them every day, game days, practically every day, every practice, so that helps always. We make sure we lock in, make sure that we don't goof around the foul line. That really helps.
Jordan, was any time in practice this week or last week dedicated to just learning how to guard number 10?
He's a good player. We did our best to contain him. They're a good team overall. He's a good player.
Yes.
Jordan, was it frustrating that they were scoring in the paint so often, especially second half?
I think it could be a little frustrating, but we knew to trust the coaching staff. We knew that they would come up with some brilliant idea to make sure that we stop them and do our best we can.
Coach, have you ever seen
You know anything else for Jordan? We'll let him go. Anyone else?
Oh, yeah.
For Jordan?
You don't need Jordan?
Just for me?
No, I was going to ask you.
Okay, you're good.
Have you ever seen such a discrepancy, 36 to 6 points in the paint and a 51-32 advantage in rebounds? I mean, it's usually one goes with the other. But
Yeah, you know what? And we had, I told A.J. Wilson, he missed just everything, okay? And to his unbelievable credit, one, he hit the big shot down the stretch. But I thought he was the hardest playing kid out there, and so he didn't let that shake him, and I think in years past it would have, so he got, 9 offensive rebounds and made free throws down the stretch. And so, gosh, we got the ball. I thought, I'll go back and watch the tape, but we got the ball. I thought where we wanted to get, and it just, it just was one of those funky games. And you're going to be in games like that every year. You're going to be in multiple games like that. And a less resilient team would lose that game. So that's what I prefer to look at it. It's the new me. I'm glass 80% full.
Hey, Coach, obviously Dyke struggled at the free throw line down there on the stretch, and it looked like he was being fouled on purpose, or at least he was getting there quite a bit. Was that part of your strategy down the stretch?
Is this a congressional hearing? I have not been subpoenaed to testify. Anything else?
You touched on this a little bit, but what does it mean for the program to start 5-0, the best start in the program's history?
Well, we told our guys about it because I think that's something to be proud of. You know, there's been a lot of basketball played at George Mason, a lot of really good teams. We're far from where we want to be, where we need to be, but we took care of business when we should. And we said take pride in being 5-0, but you know our big mantra is to go 1-0. We borrowed that, obviously stole it from the National. That's a pretty good group to steal it from, but we want to go 1-0. Starting on Friday night.
By that same sentiment, speaking of Friday night, what did you see with the team and the way they started the season that you can take moving into Maryland on Friday? Obviously, it's a big game.
Well, I think more than anything is we found a way. You know, I mean, it has certainly not been always pretty, and we make mistakes at key junctures, and that's something to learn from. But they hang together. This is a fun group to coach, and they hang together. They're resilient. They pull each other together. You know, when they have bad games, like Jamal just he couldn't make a shot, but he had 7 rebounds, and we've just really been saying like you've got to help us on the glass. Like we need all hands on deck, and he took that to heart. So that's I guess what I've seen. You know, if you certainly haven't peaked, and but I think these guys have a belief in each other.
Do you feel real good with the ball in Jordan's hands down the stretch, whether he's at the line or you're on offense?
Yes, absolutely. We've wanted, and I told him, and he was pretty good today when he had 1 foul. I said, let me take you out when I want you to come out, not let those officials take you out of the game. So I just think, when we want him to be aggressive, and he's still learning. I mean, he's not done with his first semester of his sophomore year, and he didn't start playing till the end of, till the second semester of his freshman year. So he's only however many games he's into his career. So he was aggressive down the stretch, and again, like I kept a couple of possessions alive with offensive rebounds and things like that.
That's good.
Thanks.